We're about to dive into this ancient text that has a pretty radical idea. It says the main character in your life story, well, it isn't actually you, it's your mind. And this text, it claims to be the guide to finally understanding and, mastering this incredible force inside us. So let's see what it's all about. So let me just start by asking you this. When you make a decision, when you feel an emotion, who's really calling the shots? Is it you, the you that you think is in charge? Or is it something else? This powerful kind of hidden force that's really pulling the strings behind the curtain? And get this, the text puts the stakes about as high as they can go with this one single idea. If you win the mind, you win the world. Now, this is way more than just positive thinking. It's suggesting that your entire reality, everything outside of you, is just a mirror of what's going on inside. So winning that inner game, yeah, it's everything. Okay, so let's properly introduce this main character. The text is basically telling us to stop thinking of our mind as just a tool, like a hammer or a computer we use. We need to see it for what it is, an independent, powerful being with its own personality, its own moods, and for sure, its own agenda. It's the real ruler in there. Think of it like this. Your body, what you do, where you end up, they're kind of like puppets. And your mind? Oh, it's the puppeteer, pulling every single string. It is the operating system for your entire life, the source of amazing creativity, but also the source of complete and utter chaos. And that's because the mind is a total double-edged sword. On one side, it can be your greatest ally. A truly loyal friend, a source of genius. But if it turns on you, it becomes your worst enemy, a raging storm of anxiety, a force of pure self-destruction. And that brings us to the core problem, right? The central conflict of this whole story. What actually happens when this incredibly powerful entity, this companion you've had your whole life, decides to rebel? What happens when your own mind turns against you? The way the text describes this is just wow. It says a rebellious mind is like a sulking child. It hasn't run away, it's still in the house with you, but it's turned its back. It refuses to listen, it refuses to help. In fact, it's actively working against the family's happiness. And the price you pay for this rebellion is just devastating. Your mind starts to sabotage your body, it blocks your spirit, and it just wastes your potential. The text literally says it turns your own body into a broken home, and basically guarantees you'll fail by scattering your focus and filling you up with envy. And here's how that behavior actually looks. Like that sulking child, it throws tantrums and breaks its own toys. And by toys, I mean your health, your peace, your relationships. Like a disloyal servant, it does shoddy work on purpose, making sure that you, the master, will fail. And like an untamed lion, it becomes a danger to everyone, especially its own. So, what's the solution? You'd think the answer is to fight back, right? To conquer it. But the text says, nope, wrong move. That'll just make the rebellion worse. The real goal isn't to win a war. The goal is to persuade it, to win it over. And listen to the way the text suggests you actually talk to your mind. It's not a command, it's a plea. Please, O mind, abandon your stubbornness. You are my brother. Come, be an ally to the soul. You're treating it like family, like an equal you need to win over with kindness and deep respect. Okay, so how do we actually do this? The text gives us 4 really practical steps to earn back that trust. First, tame your senses. Be super mindful of what you're watching, listening to, consuming. Second, master your day. Have a plan and stick to it. Third, right-size your ambition. Focus on your journey, not everyone else's. And finally, practice acceptance. These things create the stability and peace your mind is craving. And just like you wouldn't feed your best friend junk food all day, the text says you have to feed your mind good stuff too. And that food is self-study, to understand yourself better, and spending time with wise, calm, positive people. That's the nourishment that's going to heal this relationship. So when you finally succeed at this, when you master this art of persuasion, you don't just stop the rebellion. You create something incredible. You form the ultimate alliance. This is where the mind, the body, and the soul all start working together in perfect harmony. And the text describes this transformation just beautifully. Your inner world, which was basically a war zone before, turns into a flourishing garden. Where there was all this conflict, now there's peace. Where there was sickness, now there's health. The mind becomes this willing partner, actively taking care of the whole system. I mean, the contrast is just night and day. Before, with a rebel mind, your life is just constant internal conflict. Your body feels like a rundown, broken house, and all your potential is just gone. But after, with an allied mind, you get this deep inner peace and strength. Your body becomes like a blossoming flower, and your true potential finally gets a chance to shine. And that's really the whole point. When the mind, body, and soul finally unite, you stop being a house divided against itself. You become one, a single, focused, incredibly powerful force that can actually achieve its purpose without all that inner fighting. And the ultimate potential of this alliance, it's honestly kind of staggering. The text concludes that when the mind willingly helps the soul can rise to its absolute highest state, what it calls the level of the divine. This is the peak of human potential, and it's unlocked not by fighting ourselves, but by befriending ourselves. So we'll end with this. Your mind is the one companion that is with you for your entire life. It is your most intimate relationship, period. So the question this ancient text leaves us with is simple, but it's really profound. Are you treating it like a friend?